Let's see what's on the Drudge Report today. I've been traveling and not that active, except I uploaded about the eclipse. Wait a second, I did a few other videos. Oh, in my previous video about the earthquake, my apologies to people that don't understand my creative way of doing things. I was reporting on the earthquake, and I don't necessarily have to have video footage from that day, but that was footage that I have from Mexico, where I have been traveling and living. And I thought that it was a good thing for me to make the video, because I had just left there 2 days before this huge one came in, the 7.5 or 7.2. Anyhow, we have the top story on Drudge is still the Nevada ranch situation. Battle lines. Miracle stowaway survives Pacific flight. And to me, the most interesting thing in the news take a look as I'm reading along with you. Chelsea Clinton had a baby. Not that important to everybody else, sorry. Chicago is having more violence, as you can see over here. Let me move this around. My mouse is not obeying completely. Here we have on this side the Chicago. What? Mouse. Stop. Chicago, and here 9 killed. So that's typical. It's a lot of violence there in gangs, and they just let it happen in that lawless underground. Alright, let's take a look at another channel that I'm investigating. It's called, the URL is, you see up here, Mr. Babini, and he's renamed it Stephen Christ since the new Google Plus system allows you to, with the new names. I first saw a video of his because I was looking up Flat Earth, and I was looking up the moon as a hologram, and I'm just trying to find out the true reality here. So I'm very open-minded, and I'm a skeptic, and I demand to have reality. So I mean, some people are delusional, some people have a big imagination, they may be misguided, but I have to base things on fact, and that's real science. So let's see. I can't find this particular video on that, but we can do it this way. I'm just giving you a heads up about the types of subjects we're going to cover with Larry.
There's no rotation of Earth, guys. No. Modern conventional scientific man has adopted a 470-year-old theory by Copernicus. There is no, absolutely zero rotation to Earth. That is a fact. It's been proven. Michelson-Morley failed to detect any rotation to the Earth.
There's a name that you know.
Airy did an experiment.
Yeah, that's
Telescopes. Sagnac did it.
Well, he didn't prove ether, but he couldn't prove that the Earth was rotating.
To the Earth.
Well,
Let me put this
And
back.
it
well,
comes
it's
the
like
other way.
there doesn't seem to be
That's the
any
root
difference in the
That's
speed of
truth.
light.
Well, this guy
experiment proved
goes
that the
on.
Earth curves
This
Light
upward.
is a constant.
this guy's giving his own proofs, right?
Yeah,
And he's piecing
I
together the
understand
argument.
it.
What do you
understand it.
think about? He says that there was a plumb bob argument down in the mine, very deep in the Earth, and instead of the plumb bobs coming closer together, they diverge because the center of gravity is actually above the Earth. Is there any way to prove that on the surface, though?
Huh?
By
Oh, I don't know.
proper demonstration.
Yeah, I don't know about gravity.
You don't know about gravity. You're not the only one. They said I have called them out on
There
that.
is no gravity.
I said
The
they're
Earth
really
sucks.
ignoring the importance of gravity.
Yeah, right.
They don't consider it an important force. They consider the electromagnetic
Yeah.
and the strong and the weak force, but they're like, hey, gravity's
Yeah,
just kind of
because they
in the
Because
mix.
they can't. That's because they can't.
And I'm like, no, gravity's actually much more important, and you need to find out about it. But that might not have much
Actually, yeah,
to do with flat
one of the
Earth,
things that's
or
really
maybe it does.
exciting is that they think they saw some gravity waves. Actually saw them.
They saw gravity waves?
Yes.
I've seen the three-dimensional matrix that looks like a grid. I see that sometimes. And I found it interesting that I was just studying their research into the brain. Do you know that the fabric of the brain is a mesh, a three-dimensional mesh of these... it's incredible, the graphic that they came up
There's
with.
a reticular formation which has that structure.
White
That is the
matter.
thing that wakes you up and puts you and lets you sleep. That's the thing that'll allow you to sleep when shit's going on around you. You know, like
It's a
that.
grid.
It's a reticular
Symmetrical?
formation. Yeah, it's
Reticular?
a Cartesian grid. Yeah, it's made out of neurons.
Let me ask you a question, just because I'm just throwing out a lot of things in this
Yeah.
kind of talk here. What do you think about the video that shows that the International Space Station is a total hoax because all they're doing is filming on a zero-G...
I
what
think
did you
that's
call this?
unlikely.
What'd you call the plane
The
flight?
vomit comet.
Vomit comet.
Yeah, I think it's very unlikely that that's true. I think
It's not a
somebody's-
debunk.
I think somebody.
So you really think that
Yeah, I think somebody.
you look at the evidence of the space station, you say that's really
That's
what's
really
going on.
happening, yeah.
By the way, how high is that in the atmosphere? What's the altitude?
I think it goes
What's
from
the average?
200, 250 miles.
250 miles.
Yeah, straight.
Is that stratosphere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still like quite a
How
bit of
high?
atmosphere.
How high does the space shuttle use to get up to?
Well, that was the thing about it, you know, was that it was real heavy, so they built the space station primarily with the shuttle, and they built it at that altitude because they could get there.
Is it a problem now that they've discontinued the space shuttle?
It's
missions?
a problem for a lot of people in their minds, and that's what.
Now, can we just say one thing about the big?
Russians are the only ones that can get people there.
Well, we're all working together on this, right?
Well, sure.
Well, let me ask you something about the news. We'll conclude on this because you showed me that the Dragon now went up there. The Dragon,
SpaceX, Elon
SpaceX?
Musk's spaceship, yeah.
That's Musk's.
That's Elon Musk.
That's
yeah.
it. So he's also the executive with Tesla.
Tesla, yeah.
Tesla Motors.
Yeah, Tesla's his baby, and
So he
and
designed that.
the space
or he
and
funded
SpaceX
it.
is his, that's his thing too, yeah.
Okay.
And
Thanks,
I think he wants
everybody,
to go
for
The
there.
Tesseract mine shaft
You know.
plumb bob experiment
And
showed
he's going to
that
beat him to it,
plumb bobs
he's the guy
diverge at the bottom of
because
mine
everything else
shafts
that
instead of
goes there,
converging,
except
meaning that
you
the
know, progress
center of the
burns up.
so-called
They throw them all away.
gravity
They're throwing away this pretty nice hardware, you know, and not saving it.
And you said he's kind of a fruitcake.
Fruitcake?
Well, what did you say he is?
Well, I'd say he's just he's a radical departure from the
He's a
norm.
radical
Is what
from.
he is, and he's successful at it.
What is he in league with? What is he trying to do with this technology? He's the guy that wants to go to Mars.
He's one of the.
I would characterize that as a fruitcake.
Yes.
About on the par with flat earthers.
Yeah, like us.
I don't know which one. Well,
I wouldn't do it for.
I'll tell you
But
about
you know, of
myself
course,
later.
that's part of the deal. You know, if you find out.